Hello, and yeah, welcome to Retake. I said in my last video that I was going to start doing these retro computers again, and yeah, I am, because I've really got kind of an interest back in it. It's not that I lost interest in it. The fact is I just didn't have time. I changed careers, I did all kind of the usual stuff, and it was kind of one of those things. I didn't have any time at all to do what I wanted. So I've decided to do it all again, basically not start from the beginning, but basically do some of the stuff that I really want to do, because I found that I was just basically doing kind of videos sometimes because I thought I needed to get them out rather than just for fun, and I want to put the fun back into it. So as you can see, I still have quite a big collection of computers and retro equipment, and I've kind of thinned it down just a little bit, because some of the kit that I had I never really used, because I wasn't that interested in it. It sounds a bit strange, but some of the more obscure kind of machines I had was never ever massively interested in them. So I'm just going to quickly walk you around, okay, and then just show you exactly what I've done and where I'm up to at the moment. Okay, so you can kind of see that I still have a lot of kit. It's floor to ceiling at the moment, but apart from the Macs on this side, the TI-99s, which I have a lot of for some reason, I have a massive amount of STs as well. And as you can see here, I've even got the kind of retro minis and all that kind of things stacked in the corner there. And as we come round again, more TIs and quite a few Atari STs. And a lot of Atari ST software as well. And as you can see, still one of my favourites is the Mega just behind here, but I have a few. And the one on top, this one is actually my recreated Atari ST, which I'm going to do more with. This is literally a emulated Atari ST that's fully functional, and underneath is a Manfred Mann Earthband Atari, which I'm almost finished restoring, so that should be done shortly. There's a few little niggles with it, but I'm going to try and get that running. Okay, so really, as you can see, things have changed just a little bit. I have big stacks of boxes. You'll have to forgive my bike boots on the top, but we have, this is a Commodore PC. It's just a printer. That's one of my drones. And in the boxes below, I have more computers. Basically, I think the bottom one has some more Amiga stuff. The one just below it, in the middle there, has basically more Sinclair kit. And then I have more boxes and boxes of PCs and computers up here, and equipment as well. Then we still have Commodore Amigas, more Atari STs, some more Amigas, some more early STs, which is that's one of my favorites there. The XLs, more bits and pieces here, and basically more and more Sinclair stuff we'd actually forgotten about down at the bottom there, and then followed by some more Amiga kit. And then as we walk through, we come into the other part, and we start off with Sinclair's on the top shelf, but then I have my little ST kind of MIDI setup here, which includes some Korg Volca kit, my Yamaha keyboards, and I think I've got a drum kit kicking about on the bottom with a Mac, an eMac and so on, but that's because I'm still figuring out where I'm going to put it. And then a couple more keyboards, another Mac which I use as a DAW, a couple of multi-channel mixes there, and as I come round you can see my other bits and pieces, including a Spectrum that I'm working on, and oscillator, a vintage oscilloscope basically, followed by just bits of kit everywhere. My professional Sony video camera there, and I've also got more Amigas, more Commodore, lots of Commodore 64 and variants and VIC-20s, and underneath you might be able to see there's a 600 hiding in there, along with BBC Micros 128s, lots and lots of plus 4s down there. I think I've got about 5 or so sat there, and disk drives, etc. And then obviously some more VIC-20s and 64s. So as you can see, there's still quite a lot of kit here that I'm still really going through, working through, restoring and so on, and it's probably a never-ending project, but it's something that, you know, I still like doing. I still really like using these old computers. But in saying that though, I've kind of come to respect a couple of machines, in fact one make of machine, or one variety of machine, more than the others. And that's these. It's the Atari STs. It's the Atari ST computers that I figure and I find that are, for me, a really useful computer. A really useful computer. It's a computer that I use a lot. It's a computer I use every day. Well, almost every day when I get the time, and it's a computer that I have a proper use for. I mean, the Mega here is brilliant. It's a nice looking machine. It's a complete system with the original keyboard, which is absolutely fantastic to use. It's not the squishy kind of system that they used on the cost reduced one. It's a nice keyboard to use. It's got a decent high-res monitor, well, high-res for the time anyway, and it's great to do some sequencing with and to use some MIDI equipment and some vintage keyboards with. So it does make a difference. The Macs, these aren't the only Macs that I've got. I've got a few others stashed about, and these ones are more really display kind of machines, really, because there isn't a massive amount you can do with them. You know, there's one with a hard drive in, which is nicer. Now this setup with as you can see, with the software on the top, and you can also see the computer all wired in. Now that ST that sat there is wired in literally to all of the Korg stuff. It's wired into the keyboards over here. It's also got wired into the little mixer there. There's a mixer beside the ST up there, and the mouse, it's basically all cabled up and connected to that. And if you come across to here, it's wired into the synth on the top as well. Now I've changed them around a little bit. I've put my Roland and the Novation, which are now linked to the Mac, because the Mac's actually, this one's a classic machine anyway, and it's got a really good door on it, so I use that quite a bit as well for messing about with and just having a bit of fun. So basically, out of all of them, it's the Atari STs that I use the most. There's one other machine, and it's that 64, which is on its side with a Messiah unit in the back and the USB mouse. That has some amazing sounds on it, so that's another machine that I actually use. Not as much as the Ataris, but if I want a particular sound, then I will kind of reach for that one, because it's got some really good sci-fi sounding kind of music to it, some notes, some really good sounds that you don't get even when you're messing about with the Korg units or the keyboard down here. I also have a sound canvas which I'm intending on connecting up to the ST as well, and that hopefully is going to change things a little bit and make things a little bit more not modern, because it's an 80s sound canvas, but kind of more period, I'd say. Yeah, different type of sound, different type of notes, different type of sounding guitars and pianos, and basically just to add a little bit more into it. So as we come back round, the little TRS 80 here, which I haven't used for a while, but is perfect working order, one of my very first computers, which is why it's kind of sat there. And then we've got the little studio bit with its red chair, which you've probably seen quite a lot, and I'm just gonna basically carry on. So this is maybe the view that you've seen, with the very dusty camera, because it hasn't been used properly in a long time. It's coming up for probably 12 months since it's been really used. So yeah, so anyway, that's the whole intention now, is to get this all back up and running. So I'm going to carry on with what I was doing with the Ataris, because I believe the Atari is going to be the machine of the year this year, probably into the next year and more, simply because there's a lot you can do with them, and there's a lot of vintage hardware you can connect to them. So yeah, it's going to be good, it's going to be fun. So keep an eye out on this channel for the next video. There's going to be another one coming very shortly, because I'm just going to run through one on the ST. So I hope you like this, I hope you'll keep in touch, and I hope you will now keep watching older videos as well, because I did 330 odd videos, and I'm guaranteeing not everybody's seen them all. So have a look, and there's going to be a lot more to come. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side of this, and remember, the Atari ST is going to make a massive comeback over the next year, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.